Hi, this is Ben from Bourse Data here, and in this video I'm going to walk you through our March release of the Bourse Analyser. We've got some really good enhancements in this release, and I'm just going to give you a quick overview of them, and then we'll get straight into it. So, first things first, conditional orders. We've been working on this one for many months because they are so complex. Yeah, we finally got them right, and I'm happy to show them to you. So first things first, we go up to trading across the top here, and you see in that menu now, you'll now have conditional orders. So this will bring up our conditional order pad here. Okay, now you've got a couple of options in here. You've got single condition. So single condition means if one event occurs, then it creates the order in the market. You can also have one cancels in others, one cancels another orders, but let's just stick with single condition. Okay, so all we need to do is put in our code here, so BHP for example. Okay, and we got a couple of different, we've got two varieties here. We've got the fixed price and we've got trailing price. So fixed price basically goes by if you're looking at, this is just one trigger, so you can go by, it's going by the last price or the best bid, best ask or mid. And then you're going, what are you comparing it to? Is it going to be GTE or LTE? So GTE stands for greater than or equal to. LTE is less than or equal to. So we're going to do it, say, we're looking to buy some BHP. If it hits $35, let's buy some as our trigger, okay? So we'll hit great GTE, so greater than, and we'll say $35, so it's 3,500 in cents. Nice and simple. So if it hits 35 bucks, then that's triggered for you to do the next step, which is create the order. So I'm going to select my Homer Simpson account here, and I want to buy some BHP. Okay, and I want to buy 1,000 units, and I'm doing it as a limit order because I want to really set my price here of being 35 and 1 cent. Okay, and I'm going to do that as a good for day because I don't want the order to be stuck in the market overnight. So if it doesn't really feel that day, then the orders are taken out of the market. Just covering myself, okay? So just to recap, it's a fixed price trigger. So if it hits the last price of $35 and it's greater than or equal to $35, then that's the trigger for it to create an order to buy some BHP at 35.01, and you're buying 1,000, and the order validity is good for a day. So I'll hit submit on that. And you see in the bottom left corner it says order created. But how do I go and check my orders? So if I go to trading across the top here, you'll see conditional orders. So I left click on that, and I'm just going to filter this out because I've got everything in here because obviously I've been doing a bit of testing. I'm going to go to inactive orders because it hasn't happened yet because the market's not open yet. So we can see in here the trigger, which was greater than or equal to $35. Okay. We go, it's basically got a validity for the next 3 months here in the expiry. Okay, it was created today on the 25th. And we can see my account's the Homer Simpson one. We're buying BHP 1,000 at 35.01, and it's going to be good for day. Okay. I can also amend that by just highlighting it, then hitting amend. Okay, and I can update all my details in here that I want to. The other options we do have is obviously we can clone the order, but let's also set up an order based upon a trailing or a trailing up or down order. So we'll go to create. Okay, this one we're going to do on CBA. Okay, so we could do it on a trailing price. Okay, and this can be either going up or down. So we've got it on the type is going to be the last price, okay, and we want to say increasing, so we can go, okay, say CBA $75. Actually, sorry, no, wait, I've jumped ahead. So it'll go for the last price. Because I'm not in the market right now, it's not pre-filling my last price here. But if we did the scenario of $75 and we did it on price steps, so it's increasing above 75 price steps, and the price steps can be 1 cent. So if I go 1, as soon as it hits $75.01, then that's going to be my trigger. We can also do it off a percentage or a particular value. So if we did our value, we'd go 75.01, and that would fill it in there. Okay, but let's just keep it really simple. Let's go price steps. We'll go 1. On top of that, we can also go, okay, I just want to make sure it's not just a once-off price movement. I also want to do it on volume as well. So if they go, okay, if it hits $75 and the volume's 10,000, then I'm interested. Then I know it's a good actual trend in the market. So I can select volume as well. Okay, and obviously you've got the options here. You got greater than or less than. So I'm going to say greater than 10,000. Okay, so if it hits $75 and one price step over, so 75.01 off the last price, and it has a volume 10,000, that's going to be my trigger. So I'm going here, select my Homer account, and I'm obviously going to buy CBA. Okay, units, say 1, just to be painful, and I'm going to 75.01 because that's my price that I was talking about. Okay, and I'll do good for day, and I'll hit submit. Okay, and now we see in here, it's created my trigger, which is greater than or equal to one price step over the last price. And if you can't see it here, it's got a volume of 10,000. Yep, it was 10,000. Then the trigger is to buy some CBA, one CBA, 75.01, and it's good for day. Okay, so those are some of the options you could build into there. One other thing I do really want to show you in the to do with the conditional orders is we've now got stop losses, but you can actually access them off your equity holdings. So if I go to my accounts across the top, okay, equity holdings, okay, I'll select my Homer Simpson's account here. Actually, I have to go to the Homer Simpson stock yet. So we're going to use the scenario of ANZ. Okay, so I've got 5,520 holdings. Okay, so if I think, geez, I hope if ANZ falls by like 2%, get me out of it. I think the price is going to drop out of them. So now we can actually set up a conditional order that will do that for us. So we can right click on ANZ here. You've got sell order, but you've also got stop loss, which is really important for you. So we'll left click on stop loss here. Okay, and already it's pre-filled the security to be ANZ. We know it's going to be a trailing stop loss. Okay, it's going to go for the last price, but in this case I want to do it as direction decreasing because I just want to cover my ass essentially. Okay, and I'm going to set it at 2%. So I selected percent there, pop in 2. Okay, not worried about volume, not worried about anything else. And I'll say 2,000, and I'm going to say we'll put it in. But we'll put the scenario that ANZ's $30 right now. So okay, and I'm going to put good for day. Submit. No, I have to select the right account. It doesn't work on that account, but doesn't make any difference. So I hit submit. Okay, because I'm not getting any market data right now in the system, It's throwing up these errors where I can't do the price comparison because this is our test market. Sometimes we don't get data in here, so I'm not too worried about this. I know it works because I've tested it previously when data was working here. So let's jump along. So that will create the order for you. So when that hits that 2% under that last price, then it will trigger it for you and it'll create the order. Okay. So that's the conditional orders. Really good stuff in there. If you have any questions when you're setting them up, feel free to give myself or Harry a call. We're happy to walk you through them. Okay. Next section we're going to move to in this release is we've done some more work around the trading. This is around the order pads. Because not everyone can basically justify getting the live data, doesn't mean you shouldn't still get that bits of information when you're making your trades. So when we create a new order now, okay, we now have the function when you put your stock code in here, say for Rio, it'll take a snapshot of the current price on the market depth. It won't update dynamically for you, it'll just give you a snapshot of it. So if we go, say, Westpac, I don't know if there's any data on there, you see it's all updated. This is our test market, so don't worry about the data too much. I can do CBA, and you see there. So it just gives you the opportunity to see what the hell's going on with the current at the market at the current time. Then you can go through, fill out your order, do your price, okay. And if you're taking your time, you just want to make sure you're 100% on here. Underneath the submit buy button, we've got a little refresh button there that you can refresh every minute or so just to make sure, because if you've created your order and you just want to be 100% sure, hit refresh just to make sure that you're not pricing yourself out of the market. Okay, so you can use that to create your orders. Just a little thing that I think that's really important for you. Okay, so that is that in the order pad. The other sections we'll go through now are, we've done a few items into the charting. So if we go to company across the top here, then we go to charts. First thing off the bat is, obviously we're not getting any market data in here, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to show you more trading related stuff. Now you'll see the B and the S, so the buy and the sell buttons in the top left corner. So looking at BHP, you think it looks fantastic. Now's your opportunity to click on the buy button here, and it's pre-filled the stock information for you. And you see, it's taking that snapshot of market depth there for you. So just a little things we've added to this release that I think is going to help a lot of you people with the software. Just little things, okay? Also, we've done in this release, people have been asking me for months and months on this one, and I'm finally happy to show it to you. If we go into our studies, go to RSI. Let's fucking type. Okay. I'll show you this up here. We go to the cog. Now you can actually modify your oversold and your overbought lines. Okay. So you can go in here, modify them, and then add them to your charts. Works exactly the same as Stochastic. Okay. So that's another little thing in here. We also have within this release, if we go to display across the top, other people have been asking this for a long time. We've got a snapshot chart. So when you click on that button, it'll take a snapshot of your current screen. So if you've got like your indicators on there, your drawing tools or your trend lines, take a nice snapshot of that and save it as a little image file, which you can use to print out. And obviously next to it, you're going to see what we call export CSV. So say if I'm looking at a chart of the last 10 years of historical data for BHP, when I click export CSV, it's going to download a little file in the bottom left corner, and it's going to show me all the open, high, low, close, and volume of that date period that I'm looking in that chart. So if I'm looking at a 10-year period, it's going to show me 10 years worth of daily historical data, just all exported for you. Okay. The only other thing I'm going to show you in this release is we've done a little bit of work in our watch list as well. So I know a few of you have reported issues with Watchlist not getting sorted correctly. We've fixed that one, but also in here, and we can't really show you in our demo environment, But under the announcements column here, and I'll just jump into our live market and I'll show you what I'm looking at. I'll go to Bourse Data. Okay. Okay, so I'm just jumping into my Bourse Data, and yes, I'll get the default screen all the time as well. Okay, so we're looking at Westpac here, okay? And you see it's got the red N there. Okay, so when we go live with this release of the Bourse Analyzer, when you have a bit of news in here, we got in the A column here, you got N for notification of news. You'll be able to click on the N, and it will open up a historical news tab, just like this. So you'll click on here, and this tab will open. Then that will give you opportunity to click on the article that you are interested in. So we go here, and then we can click on there. So it's just a little thing we've added into this release, which I really can't test in our demo environment because it's just not available because we don't have the news turned on for us. But I know it works because I've tested it before. So we've got a fair few enhancements in this release. We've got a fair few other bug fixes, which you'll see in the email that I'm sending out Tuesday night. Have a look at those. As always, if you have any questions, please give us a call and ask us about it. We do, we do want to help you out. As always, feel free to give us a call on 1300 363 766 or send us the email to support@boursedata.com.au or support@sequoia.com.au. I'll get through to Harry and myself, and we're happy to help you out with that. As always, thank you very much. Thanks for using the Bourse, and until the next video, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.